Well, that's just not going to work. I need a dedicated equipment trailer if I want to be hauling around the tractor with implements on the back like the snowblower or a brush hog. To get the tractor in, the loader has to hang so far over the headboard, and the second I make a sharp turn, goodbye tailgate. Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. As you guys saw, we tried loading up the tractor in the back of the dump trailer with the snowblower on it, and it was not going to fit. There was no way I was going to be able to tow that safely. So we opted for the side-by-side with the Rammy 5-foot snowblower. And we don't have any snow back home, but a buddy of mine gave me a call, and he lived where a lot of those lake effect snow bands are rolling through, where they've got 2-3 feet of snow. And he runs a little side business doing some land clearing on the side, doing some snow plowing on the side. And he said, hey, there is more than enough work to go around up here. If you want to make some extra cash today and tomorrow, bring some equipment and let's move some snow. So that's what we're doing. We're heading, those lake effect snow bands only missed us by about 20 miles. We have zero snow back at our place, and there's 2-3 feet of snow about 20 or 30 miles north of us. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to head up and we're going to move some snow, see how bad it is. And you know, who knows, maybe this little Rammy snowblower on the front of the side-by-side is not going to be heavy duty enough. We'll have to see when we get there. So maybe tomorrow when we come back, we might have to figure out a way to borrow a trailer from somebody and take the tractor up tomorrow. Well, I think we found some snow. This is Josh. Josh, you've got a YouTube channel, right? What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Grassroot Outdoor Work.
Yeah.
It's a very small one.
But this is something that you do as a side hustle, right? What do you do on your channel?
So typically what I'm doing is I do property reclamation. So people that have abandoned property, or where a realtor has said, we need to sell this, and there's 38 years of azaleas growing here and the new homeowners don't want that.
Right.
So I go in and usually remove that kind of stuff.
And what equipment are you using?
Using realistictically, I rent a lot of mine. I rent typically E35, sometimes an E50.
Okay.
Excavator, 3-ton, 5-ton excavator, and I've got a Bobcat tractor.
And so that's what you do in the summertime, but in the wintertime, you do a little bit of snow?
Well, I typically don't. I plow my own driveway. What turned into, we had this, Snowmageddon in northwestern Pennsylvania and northeast Ohio. They dumped about 4 feet of snow in about a day.
Yeah.
And
here, I'll flip the camera around here real quick. You got some snow pants on or something in there? Take a walk into the snowbank and see
we're gonna
how
go
much
into this driveway here.
Well, this is the driveway we're about to do here, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just get an idea of how much snow. So that's, I mean, you're still on top of snow there.
I'm on top of snow, yeah.
You're not on the blacktop.
No, I'm 5'9", it's up to my knees.
Yeah. And so the equipment we've got here today is you have a Polaris Ranger 1000 XP with a Glacier Pro plow. I used to have one on a 570 Polaris, and then I've got the CF Moto U-Force 1000 with the Rammy 5-foot snowblower on it. So I think between the two of them, we should be able to clean up some driveways today.
Yeah, the difficulty I've been having, and this is why I got a hold of Adam. We've known each other for a few years now, but the problem that we're having is the snow is coming down so fast that the bottom layer is packing. So most of what you're ending up plowing is only the top 1.5 feet of snow, and the rest of it's just been packed down.
Because that snow blade doesn't have enough gravity to it.
Because the blade doesn't have enough weight to really hold it down. But the regular trucks are having troubles getting to these places because they can see this road has had just us drive on it.
Yeah, the road has probably 8 or 10 inches of snow on it.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Rammy is a heavy son of a gun, so I think it probably weighs every bit of 300-400 pounds. So I bet you that'll hopefully cut down through that layer you're talking about.
That should do it.
But now you said you were out here all day yesterday too.
I was, yeah. I have an Airbnb, and I had guests that were in fishing, and they couldn't get out to leave.
Yeah.
So I could not get my truck up there to even get down the road. So I drove the side-by-side all the way there, about 20 miles in the buggy.
And then just started plowing people out.
And ended up, hey, I saw you plowed your driveway. Can you come plow mine? And I've got, I don't know, probably 100 Facebook messages that I'm trying to work my way through.
Yeah. And you said you made like over $1,000 yesterday?
Yeah, probably $1,000 yesterday.
Yeah. Well,
just plowing.
if we sit here and keep talking, we're not going to make any money. So let's go ahead and get started plowing. I had a feeling you'd be stuck on that one.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so it is coming down here, and I think we're gonna call it quits for the night because the amount of snow we have here, these are just too small a machine. So we gotta figure out how to get the tractor and the snowblower out here tomorrow to get some of these driveways done.
this is what's happening to most of the plow drivers too. The 5500 series trucks, like 1 tons and bigger, they're getting stuck too.
Yeah.
Because they've got so much snow, there's nowhere to put it.
Right. I'm hoping that the chute on the snowblower on the LS tractor tomorrow isn't going to be plugging up as much as it was plugging up on this Rammy. This Rammy is a single stage snowblower. The LS snowblower, the 3-point mounted snowblower in the back of the tractor, is a 2-stage. So I'm hoping that makes a little bit of a difference with the chute getting plugged up. But I mean, if I'm on top in the light fluffy stuff, that snowblower is working great. But there's about 6 inches of wet, heavy snow underneath this, you know, 2 foot of snow that's light and fluffy. And when I get down to that layer, I'm just plugging that chute immediately. Today's video is sponsored by Sundays for Dogs. This is our 6.5-year-old black coonhound and lab mix. Her name is Sadie. And Sadie here used to have a buddy. She's our only dog at the moment. A few years ago, we lost her pal Evie, and she was only about this age when she passed away prematurely at the age of 6.5. You know, when you get a dog, you expect them to be a part of your family for 10 to 12 years. You know that you're going to outlive them, and at some point, you're going to have a very sad day with that dog. But you just don't expect it at 6.5 years. So that was kind of a punch in the gut. Evie was a part of our family just the same way that Sadie is here. And I can't imagine losing her right now at this age. And we don't know exactly what caused her shortened lifespan. But in the back of your mind, you're always second guessing yourself. Was it something I did? Was it the food that I was providing them? And Sundays helps prevent that second guessing yourself. The old food that we've been feeding our dogs, I couldn't pronounce half of the stuff that was in it. Whereas if you look at the food label on Sundays for Dogs, let's see, I'll just read them off to you. Beef, beef heart, beef liver, beef bone, quinoa, pumpkin, sunflower oil, zucchini, kale, flaxseed oil, sea salt, parsley, dried kelp. Then you've got carrots, apples, tomatoes, shiitake mushrooms, broccoli, oranges, cranberries, spinach, beets. I know what all the ingredients are that are in this. Whereas, you know, with the other dog food brands, you got, I can't even begin to try to pretend like I know what half of the ingredients are. So, you know, again, I don't know if that was the cause of Evie's premature, you know, shortened lifespan or not. Well, with Sundays, you can rule out any complications from preservatives or synthetics. Sundays is air dried, just like beef jerky. It's a whole new way to make dog food. Normally, to have fresh dog food to feed your pets, you would have to do a lot of prep work, you know, cooking in the kitchen, and then it would take up a ton of refrigeration space. But with the air dried process, you can keep it in your pantry and pour it right out of the bag and still have fresh, human grade food to feed your pets. The best part is Sadie here absolutely loves it. So if you're interested at all in trying out Sundays for Dogs, I will leave a link in the description. If you use promo code HOMETOWN, you'll get 50% off your first order of Sundays. Isn't that right, Sadie? Yes. All right, so we are back up here again today. We got the tractor with us this time. We spent probably 3 hours last night on 2 driveways with 2 side-by-sides. The snow is just too deep. We ended up giving up on that 3rd one before we left, but I am excited to try out this snowblower on the back of the tractor. I've had this snowblower for a 1.5 years sitting inside the barn and haven't been able to use it because we didn't have hardly any snow last year. So I'm excited to put this thing through the test, and I can't think of any better way to do it than with 3 feet of snow.
How's the tractor going?
Great.
Yeah.
This is so much better than yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Infinitely better. I would say the Rammy, 6 to 12 inches, maybe 18.
Right.
And if you're just doing your own residential driveway,
Right.
you could not use that commercially. This is a commercial setup. You can make some money with this. The biggest thing that the biggest difference I'm noticing so far is the Rammy it's completely boxed in even on top. So you're like cutting into a drift and then it's going over top. Whereas this one, you're undercutting it. So when you get underneath snow that is higher than the paddles here, it then just caves down into it and continues to clear.
Right.
So this just does a better job in deeper snow. That's all
Yeah.
there is to it.
That impeller is also huge in comparison.
Having 2-stage. This has not clogged once.
Right.
Which has been incredible. And even if I look down in here, there's nothing in the chute that looks like it's going to clog later today.
Yeah.
This is the deep one that last night Josh, tried to push with the side-by-side and just glided right on top of it and then got stuck.
Yeah.
This is deep here. This is probably, well, I mean, this is up to my, right here.
And how tall are you, Adam?
6'5". So what is that, about 3 foot at least?
At least.
So, well, let's go ahead and see how this works. having a clean up, widen that out just a bit, and then we're done.
Okay.
Now it's just time to make some money.
Yeah.
Work till 1 o'clock in the morning plowing snow. I just finished cleaning out the entrance to this one here, and look what's coming. Nice. It wasn't that bad. Could have been much worse. All right, guys, so we are back home. Here's a look at these two pieces of equipment side by side. We have been at it for 3 days straight. I only filmed a couple of the small commercial lots that we did in a couple of the driveways, but we have been on it, making some money, putting these pieces of equipment to use. We've got another couple that we're going to be going to today, and they are calling for another 10 to 18 inches of snow tonight. We got a big job coming up that we're going to do. It's a big commercial account. It's a storage facility. They've got blown, drifted snow, probably 4 feet tall. And again, it's something that this right here is the only machine I could use to go do something like that. I could not take the Rammy. The Rammy is perfect for, again, 6 to 12 inches of snow here for personal use, like farm and ranch. You know, you've got a 300-yard long driveway or something like that. Absolutely great machine for doing something like that. But if you're going to be doing commercial and making money with it, this is what you need here. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, why wouldn't you get one on the front? Isn't your neck killing you from turning around? Well, the first thing I'll tell you is no, my neck is not killing me. It's not that bad. I'm very comfortable inside the cab. It would be a lot less comfortable on an open station tractor, that is for sure. But if I had this on the front, I lose the loader. And I'm using the loader quite a bit. If I get into the end of the driveway where, you know, the snow is stacked up 5 or 6 feet tall and I want to push it in a little bit, I can come in with a loader and build that up. Or, you know, the snowblower, I've got the skid shoes set up right now so I can do gravel driveways or concrete or blacktop. Obviously I leave a little bit of hard pack on the flatter surfaces like concrete and blacktop, but on gravel I'm good. So this is kind of a universal setup. I've got the skid shoes set all the way down, so I've got some gap there. I'm not picking up gravel. But when I'm running on blacktop, because I am leaving about 2 or 3 inches of hard pack, then I can go back over with the loader bucket and kind of scrape the driveway like you saw me do at that commercial lot. So I think this is the perfect setup. The only thing I could maybe think that would make it a little bit better would be to get rid of the bucket and get a pusher box instead of the bucket. But honestly, that thing was curling up the snow just like a snow blade would. I was actually surprised that it was rolling up out of the bucket. It was pretty cool. So yeah, guys, if you live in an area where you get a lot of snow, this right here, I think this is the ultimate setup. Short of, you know, some big Komatsu 30,000-pound wheel loader, this is the ticket right here. We have actually won a lot of jobs over snow plow truck contracts because of the ability to throw the snow and not leave them huge piles. Well, I was actually talking to one truck driver and he was doing a hack job at this place. I mean, and it's no fault of his own. That's all he could do. He was basically fish boning the snow, you know, a pass left, a pass right, a pass left. He's 10 to 15 feet into their yard, so he's got room to add the next snowfall to it. And it's just making a mess. He's tearing up their grass, making these big ugly piles. This thing does such a clean job. If you're trying to bid jobs and you tell people you've got a 6-foot snowblower on the back of a tractor and you're charging either the same price or a little bit more than a plow truck, you're gonna win that job every single time. Anyway, I'm gonna quit yammering. We've got another big job to go do. I'm gonna get loaded up here and we're gonna head back out. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, click that subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.